So I'm really curious, for the folks that aren't aware, I'd love to know more about your Minecraft overlay and how you managed to just pull that off.
Yeah. Well, I think something that probably helps in Destiny versus Minecraft is
Mhm.
Minecraft is probably the most open source multi-million dollar like IP that exists. The source code can be decompiled, and
Mm.
there exists open source frameworks to modify the game, which is huge. Like something like that to access the source code for Destiny, you'd have Bungie knocking down your door,
Yeah.
right? Titans would be smashing in, galleys would be loaded, they'd be
People be
on
upset.
you, right? There's nothing. Meanwhile, Mojang's like, here you go. Here's the
Yeah.
code. Here's a
Enjoy.
snapshot every week where we beta test the features. Because there's such an amazing modding community around Minecraft, there's a bunch of different APIs that you can modify the game. Either just server side, you can actually modify your client, you can tweak things and do all sorts of stuff. It's just what can you think of that would work differently? And you having been in this game as just a person in the background for so long, like, and because that's how I feel, even to now to some degree. My stream looked like, realistically speaking, almost everybody's stream looks the same. Like
Oh, you're not wrong.
you have a webcam with a border around it that probably has a logo on it, and you have the
Hmm.
gameplay in the background, and then
Hmm.
some semblance of alerts and notifications and texts for whatever's important at that time.
Yep.
And I'm like, it's great. It's the way we've had it for forever. Can it be different? And if
Mm.
so, how can we make it be different? And because I knew how to mod the game and because I knew what information I could pull out of it, and I knew and wanted to know kind of how to tweak OBS because I've been getting a lot into like the automations that you can do with things like Leorn board, Streamer Bot, all sorts of different plugins that you can do. I watch a ton of channels. My buddy Epos Vox does a bunch of videos on how to make your streams better.
Mm.
And the thing everybody always pushes about streams is you need to innovate in order to stand out.
Yes.
You need to do something that nobody else has done in order to cut through the crowd and become a voice, not noise. So I'm like, nobody's done this before. I wonder how long this could take. Month and a half later. Month
Wow.
and a half later of first just like figuring it out and then figuring out how to get the info from game to OBS and to have them talk to each other in a way that latency was basically zero because
Yeah.
it needs to be instant for the effect to work. Because if you do something and then 30 seconds later something shows up on stream, it's not connected.
Doesn't correlate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between doing that and then making all the video files and having all the logic wired up, it is held together with duct tape and dreams right now, but it's working. It is working. And it was something to set myself apart. And that's how this happened. That's how this conversation happened.
It's
And
really.
yeah, and it is, and after the fact, something I didn't even think about at the time is there's almost an accessibility element to it because you can look at
Mm.
my stream and it's kind of like when you're watching a sporting event, right?
Right.
There's always the little scoreboard at the bottom that tells you
Hmm.
not only what's happening in the moment, which is what you see on screen, but a snapshot of where things are for the last X amount of time,
Mm.
right? For a sporting event, you'll see the score for the whole game, right? If you're
Yeah.
watching the Olympics, you'll see that person's score as they're going through their routine or anything else along those lines. And my thought is, well, why can't a stream have that? Why can't a stream have
Yeah.
an at a glance? This is what's going on, and you see it in esports, but you don't see
Mm.
it anywhere else.